Hey Navajo Nighthawks, here we are with Module 1, Lesson 6. And today we are going to be successful when I can find 1, 10, and 100,000 more or less than a given number. So we're still good working with that place value chart. We're going to talk about what would 10,000 more be? What would 10,000 less be? And how can we easily do that without using addition or subtraction, okay? So if we look at our place value chart, and I have the number 2,112. So we can model that number on our place value chart as I have 2,000s. So I'm just going to show them with place value just to start. There's my 2,000s. I have 100. I have 10. And I have 2 1s, okay? So I have 2,112, but I want to know what would 1,000 more be? Well, if I wanted 1,000 more, I'm just going to add 1,000 to my place value chart. And now I can rewrite that number as 1, 2, 3 thousands, 112. So I could say 3,112 is 1,000 more than 2,112. Or I could say 2,112 is 1,000 less than 3,112. Okay, so we can do that with all of our place values. 10,000 more, 100,000 more, a million more. So we're going to look at that in a couple different varieties today. Okay, so here I have 23,000. I'm going to show this on my place value chart. So I have two 10,000s. Still going to use my place value disk. So there's my two 10,000s. I have 3,000s. And I don't have any hundreds, tens, or ones. So now I would like to know, what is 10,000 more? So just like we did with our thousands, if I want to know 10,000 more, then I'm going to add another 10,000. So it would look like this. So now I can say I have 3 10,000s, which would be 30,000 and 3,000. So I want to show you what this would look like as an addition sentence. We just did 23,000 plus 10,000 equals, I have my 3 10,000s, which would look like 33,000. So when we're adding with 10,000s, 1,000s, 100,000s, we shouldn't need to stack our numbers and do an algorithm. We're going to get to that point where I can easily tell you 10,000 more or 10,000 less because we've seen it happen on that place value chart. Okay, let's look at one with bigger numbers. Okay, so here's we're going to work with 100,000. So I have 200,000, 352 plus 100,000. So we're wanting to know what's 100,000 more than 200,352. So I want you to think about that in your head for a second. Visualize that happening on the place value chart. And I bet you could get the answer before I even get done writing it. So let's see if you think about it. What would that look like as we add our 100,000s? And we'll see if you got it correct. So I'm going to model my 200,000s. I've got 3 hundreds. I have 5 10s. And 2 1s. So now I want to add 100,000. So what's that going to look like? I'm just going to add my 100,000s. I'm going to add one more group. And now we can look at this and I have 300,000s. And these didn't change because I didn't add any to it. So it's still going to be 352. Is that what you guys got in your head? 300,352? If so, pat yourself on the back. Doing great. So let's look at these with just as addition sentences and try to do it without the place value chart. Okay, so we have 3 addition problems and we're going to kind of talk through it without the place value chart and what that's going to look like. And we're not going to stack them up and do our algorithms because if we think about our place value, we don't really have to do that, okay? So our first one is 10,000 plus 40,060. So I'm adding 10,000 to the number I already have. So I'm adding 10,000 to my 10,000s place. So which digit's in the 10,000s place? The 4. Yep. So the 4, if I'm adding 10,000 to my 10,000s place, instead of 4 10,000s, I'm now going to have 5 10,000s. So this would look like 50,060. Because the rest of this is staying the same. I didn't add any 10s or hundreds or ones. I only added 10,000. Okay. This one, I have the answer already. We're going to try to figure out what did we add. If I have 22,000 plus a blank equals 122,000, what did they add? They only added 100,000. So in our blank, we would add 100,000. Okay. And then 100,000 plus 76,960. Well, I don't have anything in my 100,000s place here. So really, I'm just going to mush those two together because 100,000 plus 76,960, I'm adding 100,000 to this value. Okay, so it's going to look like this. 176,960. I just added my 100,000s because there wasn't any there already. It stayed one group of 100,000. Okay, so I want to show you what would this look like using subtraction when we talk about 10,000 less, right? If it's less than, we're taking away, we're subtracting. More than, we're adding to, we're using addition. Okay, so let's see what this will look like with subtraction. Okay, so here's our subtraction problem. We have 13,097 minus 1,000. So what is 1,000 less than 13,097? Well, first let's represent this number on our place value chart. So I have 10,000. I have 3,000s. I have 10 or 9 10s. And 7 1s. Okay. And if I'm taking away 1,000, then that means I'm going to take one of these away. I'm going to subtract them, or you can just cross it out. Okay. So now I can rewrite this as I still have my 10,000s, but now I only have 2,000. So 10 and 2 is going to give me 12,000. And these stayed the same. So I still have my 97. Okay. So 13,097 minus 1,000 is 12,097. So we just took one away from the thousands place. So we could say 13,097 is 1,000 more than 12,097. Okay, let's see what that'll look like with another problem. All right, so we have 849,000 minus 10,000. So I want us to work through this first without the place value chart, and then we'll double check it with the place value chart. So we're gonna locate, because we're subtracting 10,000, let's locate our 10,000s place. So we have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. I have 4 of them, okay? And if I take 1 away, that's gonna leave me with 3 of them, but everything else is gonna stay the same. So I would rewrite it as 839,000. So let's double check that on our place value chart. So if I have 8 100,000s, one, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8. And I started with my 4 10,000s. And my 9,000s. This is why we wouldn't want to use the place value chart all the time. Look how long that took me, right? So that's why when we did it just before, how much quicker and easier that is. But our 100,000 stays the same. We're taking away 1 10,000. So I still have 8. Now I have 3 and 9. 839,000. Okay, so now we're going to do some subtraction without the place value chart and still just thinking about what are we taking away. So that's the place value we need to look at in our original number. And then we're going to have either 1,000 less, 10,000 less, or 100,000 less. Okay, so here's 24,500. I'm taking away 1,000. So I'm going to locate my thousands place. And what would be 1 less? 4 minus 1 would give us 3. So this would become 23,500. Okay. My 10,000 stayed the same, hundreds stayed the same because I only took away thousands. How about this one? So I have 125,000 minus 10,000, taking away 10,000. So I'm going to locate my 10,000s place. I have 2 of them. So 2 minus 1 is going to leave us with 1 of them. So it's going to be 115,000. My thousands and 100,000 stayed the same because I only took away from my 10,000s. And then 430,000 minus 100,000. Let's locate our 100,000s place. 1 less would be 330,000. Okay, so we'll keep working on this in small groups this week. And if you have any questions, as always, just comment and I will walk you guys through it. All right, keep being all stars. We'll see you soon.